Salsa desde Córdoba.
Hi everyone, my name is Olivia Herojurani and my student ID is 122-010-4012.
Hi, my name is Farashika binti Amrani and my student ID is 122-010-4010.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nur Azza Fazila binti Abdul Rahman. My student ID is 122-010-3992.
Hello guys, my name is Faikil Ikram bin Jafar and my student ID is 122-010-3972.
Everyone, my name is Praveen Siva. My student ID is 1210503392.
Today, our group will present about the manufacturing industry, which is we have choose the Muji company as our topic for today. So, I'm going to present about the introduction of manufacturing industry. So, manufacturing industry are industry that transform goods that is mainly manufacturing industry in their own right, but they also involve the repair and installation of industrial equipment and subcontract operation for third parties. So, based on this industry, our group has been decided to choose Muji company in our case study, because this company is selling various items, not just clothes, shoes, but also household items including dining tables, sofa, and more. So this company is their launch product that might almost be regarded substandard if based on traditional criteria, and focusing on their three priorities, which is selection of materials, streamlining of process, and simplification of package. Therefore, this brand is also distinguished by its emphasis on recycling and its avoidance of waste in production and packaging. So Muji designed its entire organization's operation with their primary focus on the product itself, which leads to waste reduction and an emphasis on recycling. And Muji also is a search worldwide for the most suitable quality raw materials, even materials that are typically discarded by other manufacturing companies. And there are also processes that have no bearing on the product quality are eliminated. Okay, that's all from me.
Okay, so I am Nur Azza Fazila binti Abdul Rahman. Will explain about the two characteristic hazardous materials of waste that using related SDS safety data sheet. First one is flammable. Wood is one of the most flammable materials and can be easily burned in certain conditions. It is important that every worker take precaution to minimize the risk of fire when working with wood. It is important to know that the flammability of wood can be affected by factors such as moisture content, size, and the presence of flammable finishes or coatings. To minimize fire hazard, it is important to store, handle, and use wood materials according to fire safety guidelines. This may include implementing fire prevention measures, using fire retardant, coating or treatments, and ensuring proper ventilation in area where wood is used. Safety data sheet provides valuable information about the health hazard characteristics associated with a particular substance. First one is toxicity. This is because the SDS will show whether the substance is toxic and provide information on the level of toxicity. It may include acute toxicity, which is short-term exposure, and chronic toxicity, which is long-term exposure. Although wood is generally not considered as a toxic, some wood treatments are preservative, such as those containing arsenic or formaldehyde. The next one is aeration. As we all know, wood dust or contact with certain woods can cause aeration of the skin, eyes, or respiratory system. This can be a redness, itching, or inflammation of a person's skin. Therefore, the SDS states that the substance has a potential to cause aeration to the skin, eyes, or respiratory system. And it may also provide details of the severity and duration of the aeration. And the last one is the target organ effects, where the certain substance can specifically affect certain internal organs or system. The SDS will identify if the substance has any specific target organ effect and provide information on the association risk. Not only that, prolonged or repeated exposure to wood dust can contribute to the system of asthma in susceptible individuals. That's all for me.
Hazardous wood waste, often contaminated with toxic substances like chemical, paint, or preservative, poses a significant environmental and health risk if not handled and disposed properly. So the goal of this technology is to reduce the risk this material pose to the human health and the environment. So the popular method that been used is incineration. Incinerating waste wood at extremely high temperature in a controlled setting is known as hazardous wood waste burning. So this method can lessen the amount of the garbage produced and efficiently eliminate pollution. This includes wood coated with particulate paint or creosote and burn the wood. With this method, will produced gases can be cleaned and treated to eliminate impurities before being released at the atmosphere. Secure landfilling is the method of disposal for hazardous waste made of wood. Hazardous wood waste that has been treated or contaminated can be dumped in safe hazardous waste landfill if incineration is not practical or economical. So, in order to handle the separate hazardous item from the environment and avoid contaminating soil and groundwater, these landfills are specifically constructed. So, strict rules and oversight are in place for this facility to guarantee environmentally friendly disposal and practice and safe operation.
Today I will be presenting about packaging and labeling. Packaging is a very important and crucial part of handling waste management. Effective packaging keeps dangerous compounds out of the environment and protect the ecosystem. Now, as for wood packaging, you must be critical that you must keep the dust from going airborne, and you must properly confine it. Packaging wood dust, firstly you must use suitable PPE such as respiratory protection mask and eye and facial protection. Next, for packaging, must use appropriate seal bag. For packaging, especially you must use a durable and sealable plastic bag such as wood bag or known as wood dust bag, so that it can prevent from going out and becoming airborne. Friends, you can see the suitable PPE that you must wear when handling wood dust. And as for wood dust collecting, you can see from the pictures to use this type of machines for collecting wood dust. Is labeling. Labeling is one of the key elements to reduce exposure and prevent accident of hazardous material. Labeling is very crucial so that it can give proper details of the hazardous material that it contains. There are actually many ways that you must follow for labeling, especially Firstly, you must and rules and regulation that you must follow accordingly to do a proper labeling. As for now, I will be go through some of the key elements of labeling that you must do. Firstly, you must mention the name of the hazardous material. In this case is wood dust. Secondly is pictogram, as pictogram is one of the key elements so that you can know that which class of hazardous material and more detail about hazardous material that it contains. As for wood dust, it is under group 1, also known as carcinogen to human. Next, you can add the date of packaging, as this can help to track the age of the material and ensure the time to disposal. Other than that, you can add the manufacturer information so that you can use to track down the source of the material and further information of the hazardous product. That's all for my part. Thank you so much.
Okay, today I will explain about the transportation. As we know, the transportation is important to carry the hazardous waste. The transport used must be suitable for the type of hazardous materials or waste that available in the company. Next, the transportation also needs to refer to U.S. Department of Transport (DOT), International Maritime Organization (IMO), International Maritime Dangerous Goods (IMDG) code, and then Industry Code of Practice for Road Transportation Activity 2010. And next, before we transport the hazardous waste, there are some preparation that we require to do. For example, check the container condition, doing the record keeping and report, using PPE, and more. So, we must do this procedure to ensure that no accident will happen. And then, the suitable transportation used to transport wood waste is truck. It is to collect wood waste and directly send it to warehouse. Most of the forestry products were transported by truck. About 80% of the full wood shipped to U.S. mill is in 1996 arrived by truck. So, the wood waste is commonly transported by the truck and made their work easier. In addition, the transportation of hazardous waste needs to have hazard communication at container because it is to identify the waste to be transported. When hazardous waste is to be taken out of the forest or manufacture, the sender must comply with the rules such as placing the identification, labeling, packaging, marking, placards, and the delivery of documentation, which is collectively known as hazard communication. And then, this is because it is used to protect the health of workers and people who are exposed to this waste when it is to be transported. Next, I will explain about the emergency spillage plan. In our industry, we need to prepare an emergency spillage plan because we should know how to handle the spillage if it happens at the workplace. First of all, an emergency spillage plan must need two people who are waste generators and a waste contractor. They have different roles between them. For example, the waste contractor responsible to hazardous waste when spillage or accidental discharge of any scheduled waste during transportation. Meanwhile, waste generator just provide emergency response information in the waste card for each scheduled waste listed. Next, waste card is the best method for us to put wood dust or waste information to make people easy to understand. The content of waste card is description of the hazardous material, immediate hazard to health, risk of fire or explosion, immediate precaution to be taken in the event of an accident and more. And the importance of an emergency spillage plan is required by Law OSHA 1994, which is Scheduled Waste Regulation 2005. It is function to protect people, the environment, asset, and company reputation from hazard. They also need to provide training to workers about how to handle the spillage. For example, the workers need to identify the types of hazardous waste first before take an action. Then there are some steps for emergency spillage plan we need to know and use it when the spill is happens. For example, the step is on the picture. That's all from me. Thank you.
Botol sutunggu jangan lagi tahan-tahan. Langkah yang lambat kalau mau ikut lingkaran. Kalau suwe nongkrong sama-sama gangguan. Tapi terapa